Good morning, TWA and TWT. An exciting week for us all this week as we head back to school. But today is Monday and we are doing our last day of online learning at home for everybody. So, in preparation for going back to school, I thought we could read this book called George's Dragon Goes to School. And you can see that George's has an apostrophe. It's called a possessive apostrophe because the dragon belongs to George. And I think we've got some Georges at Mellons Bay School. And I bet lots of you are very excited about going back and seeing your friends. Wow, look at that title page. George is riding on the top of his dragon. Let's have a look and see what happens in our story today. Brilliant news, Sparky, George told his pet dragon. Next week is Bring Your Pet to School Week. Everyone will love your fantastic fire-breathing tricks. You're sure to win the Best Pet trophy. And his sign says, Bring your pet to school. Whoa, I don't think they mean a pet that big. What do you think? Super duper, said Sparky excitedly. He began practicing his favourite tricks straight away. And can you say those two words with me? Whoosh, sizzle. Sparky, not my cushions again, cried George's mum. Is it safe taking Sparky to school, George? We've just been learning about fire, and look what he did with his breath on the cushions. Perfectly safe. Right, Sparky? Smiled George. Sparky nodded. Smash! His head bumped into the lampshade. I'm glad they're not my cushions. I wouldn't want my nice fluffy cushion behind me to get fire dragon breath on it. All week long, George's classmates brought their pets to school. On Monday, Emily's hamster Muncher could squeeze 14 peanuts into her cheek pouches. Splendid, smiled their teacher, Miss Perks. On Tuesday, Sunita's kitten Fluffy jumped through a pink sparkly hoop with a little bit of help. Wednesday was Doggy Day. Callum's puppy ran round and round in circles, chasing his own tail until he got dizzy. Everyone marvelled at Rufus. He could bark up to 3. Woof, woof, woof. 1, 2, 3. It was a shame about Bozo. Oh no, look what Bozo's done. Never mind. But on Thursday, Amber's talking parrot Poppy had the class clapping wildly again. I speak Spanish, Japanese and Arabic. Wow, that's a pretty smart parrot if it can speak all of those languages. My school friends have great pets, George told Sparky back home, but you are the best pet ever. Everyone is going to be blown away by you, and tomorrow it's Friday, our turn. George couldn't wait. Neither could Sparky. It was hugely exciting. The following morning, George's dad handed out 2 school rucksacks, one for George and one for Sparky. Don't let Sparky burn the school down, he joked, waving them goodbye. Looks like he's falling off his ladder, doesn't it? Oh, gasped Miss Perks, you've brought a dragon to school, George. Is he safe? Oh, perfectly safe. Right, Sparky? George smiled. Sparky nodded and turned round. Thwack! His tail accidentally hit the table. Can you say that strange word with me? Thwack! Whee! A dusty old globe went spinning. Ah! Gasped Sparky, trying very hard to hold back a dust sneeze. Ah! 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 Shoo! A huge flame shot from Sparky's mouth. The class nature table went up in smoke. Oh, Sparky, sit down, ordered Miss Perks. Sparky did. Snap! He broke the chair. Oh no, cried George. Oh, oops-a-crasher, sighed Sparky, blushing bright red, and the class began to giggle. He's looking a bit embarrassed, isn't he? George, please take Sparky back home now, said Miss Perks. We need to start getting ready for our swimming lesson. Oh, I hope we can go swimming. But Sparky hasn't even shown everyone his special trick yet, George pleaded. Please, Miss Perks, we've been practicing all week. Oh, very well, agreed Miss Perks, but is it safe? Perfectly safe, right, Sparky? Replied George. Sparky nodded again. Oops, thump. The Planet Mobiles went flying. Look where his head has hit the planets. So this book has got a little bit of lots of things we've been doing. We've been learning about planets. We've been learning about fire. But we don't have a dragon at school. Right, announced George proudly. Sparky will now demonstrate flying upside down whilst drinking a glass of cherry pop and blowing fizzy red smoke clouds from his nostrils. Flap, flap, glug, glug. Puff, puff, cough, gasp. Help! Sparky, cried George. That's not how we practiced it. Smoky, choky, whoops, squeaked Sparky. Suddenly, ding, 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 ding. Sparky's smoke had set the school fire alarm off. Everybody out, shouted Miss Perks. Remember our fire drill, children, and walk nicely to the swimming pool area, building to the swimming pool. We walk to the field at our school, don't we? Everyone got out calmly and safely, but at the swimming pool there was more commotion. Someone accidentally switched the heating off, gasped the school caretaker. The water's freezing. Oh dear, children, Miss Perks announced. I'm sorry. That means our swimming lesson is cancelled today. Oh, groaned the class. George looked at Sparky. Sparky looked at George. Miss Perks, said George, Sparky has an idea to help. Is it safe? Miss Perks asked. Perfectly safe. Right, Sparky? Smiled George. Sparky nodded and breathed in deeply. Can you predict what Sparky is going to do to warm up the pool? I bet you can predict that. Whoosh! Sparky heated up the pool with one huge hot fiery breath. Ooh, the water is toasty warm, the children cheered. It's fantastic. Everyone loved whizzing down Sparky's tail and splashing into the pool. Even Miss Perks had a go. Can Sparky join us for every swimming lesson? The class begged. Said Miss Perks, but she was smiling. George was so proud, especially when Sparky was awarded the Best Pet trophy. Unfortunately, Sparky did get a little overexcited when Miss Perks handed him the cup. He accidentally breathed. Where am I? Hold on a minute. He accidentally breathed on it and melted the handles. Fortunately, George was ready with the fire extinguisher, so it was perfectly safe in the end. Can you see the handles of the cup all melted by the hot breath? Melting. We've been learning about melting today. We just had a little glitch then, I think. The end. Or is it? So that was a great story today about George's dragon going to school. And I know that we are going to love being back at school with our friends. So ka kite a popo, see you later and have a fun Monday.